What up? How's it going? First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. If you like to, check it out. So, once again, Mike is doing that thing where he is reading people in a way that allows him to categorize them and deal with them as best he knows how, right? We saw that all through Breaking Bad, and we saw that in the earlier seasons of Better Call Saul, right? So for him to tell Kim, like, yo, he believes she's made of sterner stuff, that basically what I got from that means he thinks I can work with you, and I know you're going to think about this in a sort of calm and collected way. Now, does that mean she can't break or implode? No, because oftentimes she'll be so tough about it that eventually she fucking blacks out and crashes, and you know what I mean? Like, she be so tough about shit sometimes that it's against her own self-interest, right? But that doesn't mean that she tries her best to be calculated, and, you know, that doesn't mean she's not emotional, right? But how she moves, right? That's where he sort of sees that sterner stuff. And this is going to be crazy because going forward, we're expecting this Lalo shit to go down, right? Nacho being taken out, we knew at some point, you know, that had to happen. But Lalo, I want to see what they do with him, right? Because as I said, this whole show is about getting us to where we get to, and we see the office, right? We see Saul's office, and it's like, okay, things are coming together, right? Why is she not there? All right, let's start this episode. I knew what they were doing by the beginning, but I still don't know what is that for. Like what I mean is I've seen that technique. I've watched those videos on YouTube where they do that shit, and then sometimes they even do the ones where they like whittle it down with they put it on a little spinner thing and hit that bitch up. And when you say sterner, it almost seems like you're saying more even keel, like more steadier. Like I said, that doesn't mean that that's good for her or anything like that. That ends up harming her sometimes because she just be trying to hold shit together. And at the end of the day, she ends up like fucked over for it.
Everything okay?
Can't sleep. Figured I'd get a jump on work.
You never would have been here if I had just...
Jimmy.
The nuns back in Cicero would send me to hell for saying it, but thank God he's dead.
You gonna let him know?
May I take your order?
Yeah, 12-piece bucket, extra spicy.
May I suggest our signature Spice Girls?
Sure. Give me a large on that. Also, 2 Cokes and a side of Coke.
Sorry, Mr. Frank.
Now's not the time. Now's not the damn time. The nerves is bad. That man shook. Started talking about the Spice Girls. He's like, Spice Girls.
That is relevant to the claims at issue. Now this brings us to another key term, relevance. If it
is just taking so darn long.
Unfortunately, high-stakes class actions like these often move on a protracted timeline.
Some of us don't have a protracted timeline, if you know what I mean.
My son thinks I should get my own lawyer.
You have every right to pursue independent legal representation. Having said
absolutely. It's great to see the next generation stepping up. Truth is, we still have a ways to go because we want the maximum from Sandpiper. Not because we're greedy, no. Because it's what you deserve. Now, to get your due may take a little extra time. Is it worth it? I think it is. Because this isn't just about money. It's about people.
From the beginning, what I always got from Howard is this is his expertise. The lawyering shit, yeah, okay, yeah. But keeping that company afloat and doing that business portion of it, making sure, holding everybody's hand and keeping motherfuckers in line, he's a boss. And I don't mean like a boss like the slang way. I mean like an actual, he's motherfucker in charge for a reason.
We're not going to let big corporations pick the pockets of hardworking folks. What's up? I threw a woman out of my car in the middle of the street. I don't know how to respond to that.
I'm not asking you to respond. I just need you to know that I know.
It wasn't me, Cliff. Whoever you think
Yeah,
you
sorry,
saw.
but that's the kind of thing my son used to say. Howard, there's no harm in asking for help.
So there's the baggie at the country club.
Yes.
After that, some clients who you can't name because of privilege make insinuations. Then on Thursday, you have a business meeting and you witness a Jaguar speeding past. Who were you meeting with?
Not sure why that's germane, but Kim Wexler. She came to me for career advice.
Oh, it's Jermaine like a motherfucker. Tito and Jermaine.
All right.
Of course.
Of course. Cliff, I know this wasn't easy for you. You came to me as a friend. I do have a problem. Just not the problem you think. I have a Jimmy McGill problem. Julie, cancel my week.
I feel like they expected Howard to do this. This is some bullshit, man. This motherfucker Howard's just trying to do his job. That namaste shit going out the window. He fucked this namaste. She coming back to work. Oh, everything is setting up. Yeah, she about to morph it the way that we know her. Not giving a fuck. What did he call her? Sugar tits or something like that?
So it's just
Me. Just me. For now. But think of it this way. Half the work. Here at Saul Goodman & Associates, we welcome all ages, all creeds, all stripes.
And who is this Saul Goodman? You.
You got it.
We're just desperate and need a warm body. Good luck.
What if I double your salary?
My salary at the MBD or what you were paying me before?
Whatever's less.
I thought he was going to say whatever more.
Is the word. The signing bonus.
See, he made her that way. So by the time we get to that, he got to bounce.
I the decorating.
She was like, more.
Open for business.
Actually, Mason Verde, calm down. Rich moved me over to Sandpiper. How's it going?
It's pretty interesting. So far, it's a deep dive into class action.
She's trying to gain information.
No, it's not. It's a new guy. A retired judge who lives up in Santa Fe, Casimiro.
I've been wanting to tell you. Everyone was so shocked when you walked away.
Did she bounce?
What you're doing to help the little guy. It's incredible.
I'm just getting started.
Sometimes I question all of it, but you make me feel better about the law.
So, Francesca, I'm here. Remind me again why I'm making a house call. Sounds like money. Okay, great. Great work. I'm an attorney. I have an appointment with Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward,
Howard about to beat his motherfucking
As
ass.
in
Please whoop his ass.
H.O. Ward. That is
Oh,
really
wow.
cute.
H.O. Ward.
All right, so what are we doing here?
He about to
Tired,
beat your
Jimmy.
motherfucking ass.
You, me, us. I'm tired of this. Let's punch it out.
Are you kidding?
Dead serious.
Please whoop his ass, Howard.
Call it a Hail Mary. I have the gear. I rented the ring. It's just you and me.
I am sorry, but have you lost your mind?
Actually, I'm as clear-headed as I've ever been in my life.
And I want to beat your motherfucking ass.
The baggie of drugs at the country club. The clients you sent to discredit me. Another prostitute. You want to get caught.
So what?
Yeah.
Is this it's like pistols at dawn? Thanks for the laughs. Mr. Ward.
He expected a response. I don't think he expected that. Let's go. Howard, please whoop his ass. Please.
Come on, take a swing. Oh!
Jimmy. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Oh, slipping Jimmy tactics. Blicked him.
You've mistaken my kindness for weakness. I'd like to think that tonight made a difference.
But it didn't.
I'd like to think that this ends it. Probably not.
Do you see the type of man they're trying to do this shit to? Howard is an honorable motherfucker who could have just had this motherfucker come in there and it'd be 5 motherfuckers sitting there waiting to bounce out Jimmy. But he was like, nah, let's get in the ring. Let's do this honorably.
I need to know everything he does and everyone he talks to.
You got it. We'll see you Friday.
If Jimmy already knows about the dude and has a plan together with him, it's gonna be like, oh, that's fucked up.
I got a name. Rand Casimiro, retired judge.
Wow, you wormed it out of her. Nice work.
I don't know him, but...
Ah, love the stash. That's a lot less face to worry about. I should have left Howard standing there like a yutz. Instead, I let him suck me into his game. Why'd I do that?
You had your reasons.
Like what?
Because... You know what's coming next.
Part of the reason we set it up this way is so you can get some rest. It's a waiting game. Wherever he is now, sooner or later, he's going to end up right here.
He can't strike. Not yet. Tell your men that we are going out.
So what, he wants to draw him there?
The other end of the tunnel is plugged with 420 cubic yards of dirt. Top with a cement pad. No one's coming in that way. I could put more guys on the place if that's what you're thinking.
Interesting. So he took the gun off and then put it there. So it seems as if he wants to draw him here. He wants to draw him down there. Seems like he's formulating a plan to get him down there so he can pop this motherfucker. That's not who I think it is it?
Valentina Tereshkova.
Is that Ziegler's wife?
Give me whatever you like.
You American?
I guess you could spot us a mile away. Yeah, I'm here on business.
From California?
No, New Mexico. A little town called Jemez.
Jemez. I almost visited there once.
Almost.
We know.
This close.
Maybe you'll get to go there another time.
No, I don't think so. But it's a nice idea.
I'm Ben.
Ben. Hello, I'm Margareta.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, Margareta.
I knew his work was dangerous, but
I
never imagined such a thing.
So Gus called it right. This motherfucker interested in finding out what the work is, and he's getting as close to the source, who's no longer with us, as possible.
What were they building there?
My husband didn't talk much about his work. It was very secretive. The lawyers came to my house. I asked questions. They wouldn't say much. They went through Werner's things, took anything that they called proprietary, all the boxes of folders, his papers. Why do I need all that stuff? Werner loved seine Jungs, his boys. You'd think they'd want to pay respect to the man who saved their lives. They sent flowers, keepsakes, and so on, but not one of them showed his face. I'd like to invite you in, but I have work in the morning.
Of course.
Please don't kill this lady.
When do you fly home?
Tomorrow.
Well, in another life.
In another life, yes.
This is a dope episode. He gonna search around the house. All he needed to see was where she lived at, huh? A little lock picking. The dog. What was it? What was his name? Little Bear. The thing we saw at the beginning is going to come into play here, but I don't know how. Of course. Oh no. Oh man. It almost seemed like he resigned himself to it. Like, damn, now I gotta pop this bitch. Don't go upstairs, please.
Was ist mit dir? Oh, bitte! Was siehst du? Hm? Ich muss los, komm on.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Get what you came for and bounce, please. Oh. And live it. Right? But what does that mean on the front of it? Oh God. Oh no. Okay. He bounced. All right, good. He saw that as I said, measuring instrument. Like clearly it's a ruler, but it seemed like way more advanced. So on some engineering shit. I don't know nothing about that. This shit look like half protractor, half ruler. Anyway, never mind that. Now, this is where it gets interesting. The thing that was worrying Gus the most was that he could not be ready enough for Lalo. What that means is when that motherfucker strike, he wouldn't know. Like, he's trying his best, but he's like, damn, I might get got because I don't know when he's coming. I don't know where he's at. I don't know, right? This is all on a hunch, even to him, that this motherfucker's still alive. A right hunch, but so he's worried. And so it hit him. It hit him. And what hit him was, oh shit, that's right. This motherfucker really cared about what we were doing down here. The way he even finds out about Ziegler, the way we even had to say, oh, this thing about it being a freezer and all that. It's because he really cared about what we had going on here. And he's going to try to find this out and see that as a weakness. Why? Why would Lalo do that? Because in his mind, he's like, oh, he's not going to expect me to go for there. In Lalo's mind, he's thinking, well, Gus thinks he already got me off this trail, but clearly I'm still on it. But Gus, thinking it back over, is like, I feel like he's going to come back here. And the way they did it was dope because you're trying to figure out, well, what's he doing? And then he gets up. Remember, last episode, we see him looking at that gun and he's like kind of shook. This episode, we see him looking at the gun, kind of shook. And then we see the gun placed there. And he seems almost relieved. Like, yes, things are falling into place. That's what I got from that scene, right? So when you see Gus sort of, like he placed the gun and he's like, okay, let him come now. Right? He's expecting it to go down around this. He's right. Lalo knows. And see, this is what's good about this because they're acting the way you would expect them to act, right? The writers aren't making the mistake of making this so much about Gus or making this so much about Lalo. No. What they're doing is they're making it about the story. Does that make sense? So Lalo is responding that way because of what Gus has done. Gus is responding that way because of his hunches based off what he had to deal with Lalo in the past, right? So it's not like, well, this is just going to be Gus's story, so now we got to make it to where, oh, he just figures everything out. No, while he's doing that, guess what's happening? Lalo over in another country trying to figure shit out. All made sense. That's not some like jumping the shark shit, right? This is the only clues he has. Right? Like this is all he knows. So he works on it and he tried his best and she's lonely as hell, right? Remember, they had been together for so long. That woman is lonely. He was able to like sort of prey on that to the moment where she had somebody to talk to. She was talking about like as much about her husband in that situation as she possibly could. And he tried his best. So he went to the house and did what he did. And I just knew he was going to pop her. I was like, oh, that would be tragic as fuck. Right? But okay, he bounced. All right. Good. Whew. Right? Now, here goes another thing. So, of course, I'm looking forward to the duel. And when I say duel, I don't just mean a 1-for-1 just shootout between Lalo and Gus. What I mean is this whole play that's taking place in front of us. All right. So the other thing is Howard, Kim, and Jimmy. I didn't even think about this that much that, oh, yeah, that is right. This shit is like clear as day. And they had pulled the hooker thing with him before. It's clear as day. They want him to find out about this. Okay, like I understood that in some way they wanted it, but when Howard started going through it, I was like, oh shit, yeah, no. It was like clear as day. It wasn't something, I was thinking if Howard finds out about it and they want him to do that, he was going to have to go and be looking at some papers and research or something. I don't know. Like for him to figure it out right then and there, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And what I like about what they did was you knew how it was going to go. That dude, is it Davis in Maine? Is that which one that is? I think that's Davis, right? Ain't that the dude with the glasses? I can't remember who he is. You got Schweikert, Davis in Maine, and Hamlin McGill. All right. Well, anyway, the dude with the glasses. He had talked about his son. And so I was like, how is that going to play a part in this? I was like, maybe you won't believe him. But no, what it did was it made him feel like he had to reach out and help. And what they do with this is they make sure that you're not just getting these basic writing. I can't explain it. Like, you see how we can kind of see that coming in like a normal show or like a network television show that just takes place. But what they did with the thing where Howard had to basically talk down everybody at the old folks home about the class action suit, what you saw from the dude with the glasses, I believe that's Davis. I can't remember. Dude with the glasses from the other law firm. All right. Hold on, one moment. Let me make sure, because I don't want to just keep calling the dude with the glasses. Maine. He's Maine. He's not Davis. He's Maine. All right. Okay, so he's looking and he's watching Howard tapping his toes. Now, we know who Howard is. We know Howard's also going to therapy. So what we understand about that is, oh no, he's eager because of who he is, right? We've been shown he's all about that salesmanship. He's all about keeping this thing afloat. He's all about keeping this thing moving. He almost couldn't wait to jump in and do that. But to Maine, it looks like, oh shit, this man tweaking, right? But then Howard goes up and does what he does, and you see Maine almost in awe of him. But what that does is it makes him go, you know what? I must help him. I gotta help him, right? And so it wasn't as simple as just, well, hey, I'm gonna help him, okay? Or, it goes from one scene to the next. It's like, no, you need to see what goes through Maine's mind. And you could see it where it was like, what the fuck? He tweaking. He goes up and does what he does. And he's like, man, this man's a genius. Like, I got to help him. He's a friend. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't to be wasted, basically. And so when he brings up his son and he says all that, and Howard handled that. Y'all see that? How he handled that? He was like, really? He said, so, and he just listed off the shit. He found the dope, hookers, and what was the other thing? Why can't I think of it? But anyway, why can't I think of it? Anyway, never mind that, because I don't want to ruin the flow. My mind's going. He goes, and who was with you when you saw me with this? And he goes, not that matters. And he's like, but it was Kim. And he's like, oh, of course. These punk motherfuckers. I wasn't expecting him to be so much understanding. Oh, it's these stupid motherfuckers again. And so when he goes to boxing, I'm cheering him on. I couldn't help myself. I'm like, yeah, because they being annoying. Like, this shit's fucking stupid. Right? Like, they being fucking dickheads. And so we understand Jimmy and Kim, they wanted him to do that. They found a judge. Okay, so we're going to see how this goes. They found a judge, and she was like, Jimmy's like, why didn't I just walk away and let him sit there looking like a dickhead? And you know why? She was like, because you knew. He's like, huh? She's like, you knew what he's in for. And it's like, yes. Right? Like they have this thing planned out, but it was kind of deeper than that. It was also just on some pride shit. But once again, the way this works out is it's not, this could just be all about Saul, but it's not. They're utilizing what they've shown us of Howard and utilizing what they've showed us of Jimmy so far and let us see it. So when you see them boxing, you're like, okay, well, what happens? And Howard goes and does what makes sense. He has somebody tell him. So now it's like, oh, wait. So how this going to go? Right? Because we understood what's going to happen. We like, oh, they going to eat this motherfucker food. At least we thought we knew what was going to happen. And we were like, oh, man, they're going to drive this man crazy. And he might, right, he's in therapy, shit might go bad. But I wasn't expecting Howard to fight back in such a way. Like, even after he told the dude, tell him and see everybody he talks to and all that, I was still thinking, wait a minute, is Jimmy Yo, Howard was ready for this like a motherfucker, right? Okay. Yeah. This is a good episode. I really enjoyed this one. Looking forward to what's coming next, what Kim and Jimmy got in store, and what Howard has in store for them. Same thing with Lalo and Gus, what they got in store for each other. Hey, next episode.